So in recent years, I don't know if anybody has noticed that, sports betting has become a really big thing in probably the last like 5 or so years. Even before that, it was a thing where you would just bet on a team and it was a fun experience. You'll have like the live odds and stuff, and you'll see it on the sports TV, and they would talk about it. They would mention it, but now it has become much of a bigger deal than it has had to become in the last few years. And this started out when I was in high school. I would say probably even my fucking sophomore year. I would hear kids talk about like, oh, my fucking cousin, my older cousin, my older uncle, they let me get access to fucking sports betting, and I'm able to sports bet. And my reaction to that is like, I was like, oh shit, what the fuck is this shit? So during that time I was like trading in the stock market. My Duke, she got me an account. I was asking her for probably a month or two, and like I was able to start doing the stock market on Cash App. And I'm lucky that she gave me the opportunity to do that, because investing, going into the stock market is it's a much safer option with your money. You're not it's still, I would still consider it a form of gambling, but it's much more of a safer, more lucrative like mean of gambling. You don't lose your money based off if somebody can score a fucking goal, or if somebody can make a certain amount of points. And it's not as bad. But you have like kids that have been getting into sports betting since they were fucking toddlers and shit, and they've been betting like $10, whatever money they could fucking scramble up just to bet on Curry making like over 30 points for like 10 games in a row or some shit. And it's like, it's just really hard to see shit like that, because a lot of people are really into this shit, and it's becoming a really bad addiction that many young people are having in this generation. I have friends that have been doing sports betting for like years now, and every time a big event happens, like last week was like UFC Freedom, they would bet like on a whole bunch of fighters. Like they'll put $15 for like, let's say for example, let's say they put like for Ilia Topuria to win, and you have fucking Sean O'Malley winning, and you have like fucking, I don't know, you had Alex Pereira winning. Like you just had this whole fucking money line of people, and if you put your $15 in, then you can get like 250 back. And then they'll lose a fucking parlay, and they'll be like 1 off or like 2 off. And it's like, bro, why did you even like bet in the first place? Like you did this like over 30 times, and that money stacks up over a month. Like let's say they just did that over 3 months. They did like 30 fucking bets. Now they have like, what, 30 times 15? I can't do the math in my head. Probably like, that's like $450 right there. So you spent $450 sports betting when you could have invested that money into the stock market, and maybe you wouldn't have earned that much back. Maybe you would have lost a little bit, but hey, at least you still have near fucking $400 from the stock market. Or maybe even you have more if it didn't go down. And now that would have been a smarter investment. But people are sports betting, and I remember the times where like it wasn't as popular, but now you see things trending on like Twitter. You see people fucking you see celebrities putting like millions of dollars on the line. You see Drake betting on a team. Like it's a thing, when Drake fucking bets on a team, that team is most likely to lose because Drake is betting for them. You have like just people that predict things and have whole YouTube channels dedicated to sports betting. And it's just crazy that people that are around my age, 18 and 19, 20, they're like fucking up their financial futures just because they're gambling on the fact that a team can possibly like win or lose and shit like that. And also I feel like it like affects the players in a way, because the players, if they don't reach these people's parlay sometimes, these people genuinely get fucking mad at these players. They genuinely get fucking pissed off, and they make these players, like, they kind of harass these players for not hitting certain fucking stat lines that are needed to, like, help them hit their parlays. Like, you'll see people in fucking stands throwing shit at these players, making them feel guilty. I think there's like a clip of like somebody yelling at like Anthony Edwards or some shit. I don't know where that shit is, but you just have clips online of these players getting harassed and stuff. And before, it wasn't even like that important. Like, people weren't at this level with it. But now the market for sports betting has increased so much, probably like over billions of dollars in the past few years. People would like get, people are getting more into this. I remember, I took AP statistics when I was in high school, and my teacher, he did talk about this problem. And, most people, like, what would happen is like, they might get one big win. Like, they might get one big win. But once they get that big win, they're like, oh shit, I gotta keep fucking sports betting. And the big win won't even be that much. Like, they'll put $10 on a fucking game, like an NFL game. Fucking, who's a popular running? Todd Gurley, he gets like, fucking over 120 yards. You have like fucking, what's his name on the Patriots? You have the Patriots quarterback. I can't think of his goddamn name. Oh my, I low-key, I'm not like, once a sport is over, I low-key be forgetting about like people's names and shit. But you'll have like the Patriots quarterback, he'll throw for over 200 yards, and then you'll have like their wide receiver, fucking, let's say AJ Brown, their new wide receiver, AJ Brown, catch for like 70 yards and 3 touchdowns, and they hit a parlay for like only $200-$300, and they're like, oh yeah, let me reinvest this shit back into sports betting. And I get it. I feel like if you use it as a means of fun, even that, it's kind of like corny now. Like me, I was gonna start doing it just for fun, but now I'm like, nah, I'm not gonna do this. Like, it's clearly a waste of money. There's really no point of doing this. And if anybody should be doing it, it should be me, because I feel like I would be good at it. But I see like it's just a waste of money. I'm not just gonna throw $10 in just to like, fucking keep wasting money, because maybe I'll get like addicted to it and fucking, just keep losing money and shit. But, it's very lucrative. And in that AP class, they said like your chances will keep going down, and it will always be around 47% chance. Like, you'll win some, of course. You might win some parlays. You might win the small parlays, but you'll hit a parlay. You'll get fucking, you might not put enough money in. Like, let's say you only put $5 in, you win like 50 or something, and it's like, it just gets your brain going like, oh, I could have put more money in, when in fact it wouldn't even matter. Like, it wouldn't even matter. But sports betting, it has become like a really big issue. A lot of people that I know, they're really into it. We need to do something about it. I don't know what. Maybe we need to fix the Cornhub issue first, though. That's probably like, I'll argue that's like 10 times worse, and it does mess up like a young man's mind for the most part. Not too sure how much it affects females really, but I don't think females sports bet. I know some females that sport bet, but they probably do better than a lot of the men. The men just be doing dumb picks. But honestly, yeah, sports betting is not good. My thing is, invest your money, put in a stock market. If you could put $10 on a parlay 5 times a week, you could put, half of that or even more into the stock market a week, and you'll see better results over a year probably, or over a bit of the long term. It'll actually be like helping towards actual savings and things in your life. But if you want to keep sports betting and be